All right, so today's video, we're going to be watching a Diamond 1 tank on Xbox, playing Roadhog and Mauga. That's a very consistent hero pool I've noticed between Roadhog and Mauga. On Junkertown, and they say, returned a couple months ago, was a support main, but long queue times, so I tried being a tank main. Well, I will fix your queue times. There's a certain hero that feels overwhelmingly unbalanced in some games, to the point where in this game, I swapped to mirror him quickly because I was tired of it. They rolled us all the way on their attack. There are some funny moments as I try to learn how to play him during our push. I kept canceling my charge, thinking it was the stomp and other moments. Even though we struggled, I felt like I improved quickly enough not to be throwing, and we pushed cart all the way. I've been yo-yoing from Diamond 1 to Diamond 2. Should I just throw on the balanced hero or toughen up my skills to reach Masters? I'm just curious now, before I even start this, I just want to see something. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, chat. I looked at the data here of the tanks, just out of curiosity for console Diamond, and Mauga's number 1 at 54.8%. The next closest hero is Domina at 52.1. Obviously, you know, don't take everything with win rates, but Mauga is the highest win rate by far. Has a 50% ban rate too, holy crap. Okay, anyway, sorry. That's just something I wanted to see. It used to be D.Va, but they've nerfed D.Va a crap ton. Like, D.Va was like really high win rate on console. I think that's gone down quite a bit. All right, let's see. First of all, you're already all over the place right now. You're kind of just like, okay, so like, if you're going down here right now, and you're going against a Mauga, which you know you're going against a Mauga, you're going to end up falling over if you end up staying in this position. There's an Ana in front. You probably get the... I feel like you're already being a little bit too aggro here. Am I wrong? Am I... Like... Okay. It worked. Yeah. No, we'll be watching Mauga. Don't worry. It starts with Roadhog. I just want you to point out how much, like, pressure you put on yourself there by passing the way that you did. So, something to, again, keep note of. Thankfully, their team is just running in at you and feeding half the time, but... Okay, I'm going to give you some advice that I think will be helpful. But I'm going to wait until this is done. I mean, you're challenging a Mauga, by the way, which, again, you know, obviously Roadhog against Mauga isn't the most ideal. So, like, you should be more on their back line or more, like, going for hooks to get the kills, rather than just running around there. Like, you see what I mean? Like, even though, don't get me wrong, Mauga's good, you kind of took yourself out of that team fight. I'm going to give you a little bit of advice as you respawn here. When you watch Overwatch at, like, high level and you go, wow, it plays fast, everything is slowed down. The way that you process the game in that rank is a little bit, like, kind of like, the game slows down a lot. So you're playing really fast. It's okay just to settle and be patient, looking for a good hook. You just ran around the map, running in circles, and never settled yourself, so you could never find that random hook. Whenever I, like, play against a good hog, it's the threat of the Roadhog being ready to get kills on you at any point, right? Not the Roadhog is running around in circles all the way. Again, look at what your target focus has been. Don't get me wrong, I looked at the data too. Mauga is doing well in Diamond right now, on console. But why are you running at the Mauga, trying to force the kill against the Mauga over and over again? To give everybody an idea, and I want to kind of give why the matchup of Mauga can be tough for another tank, this is why. Mauga's Cardiac Overdrive is a self-heal. Cardiac Overdrive is when Mauga lights up. When Mauga lights up, that is like the downtime of when you don't want to engage a Mauga and force that, unless they're super low and they don't have a tank. The only way, and this is a big tip here, if you are playing against a Mauga, chat, or if you're a Mauga, what is the easiest way to heal up on Mauga? You shoot the other tank. So if you're playing Roadhog and you're running at the Mauga, and then the Mauga pops Cardiac Overdrive, and there is a Roadhog directly in front of you, that Mauga is going to be fine. Straight up. You're just going to heal up on the hog, and then you're going to fall over because you had to, you know, use all your resources to survive against that. So stop playing into the Mauga. Cardiac Overdrive they're just going to heal up on you, and you're going to have to use all your resources, and you're done. That is like one of the problems you run into. Cardiac Overdrive is a big part of that. The truth is, if you can disengage a Cardiac Overdrive correctly, you will have a much better time against Mauga. But or not every VOD I watch, but most of the games I see against a Mauga, everybody plays into that. They run into the Cardiac Overdrive. It's kind of like if you're going against a D.Va and like you're only shooting at the D.Va when the D.Va has defense matrix up, you're going to get no value at that point. So if you're just sitting there in front of a Mauga and they're cardiac overdriving onto your team, you're going to fall over. That one, I'm going to give you a pass. That one, you just went to Mauga. So like, it's about understanding how to play around a hero, and I feel like you weren't doing that against Mauga. Not that Mauga isn't, you know, good right now, but like, you could have avoided some of that What happens if you go on a flank as Roadhog and you get a hook on their Ana? What happens if you get their DPS? Now Mauga's in a different spot, right? But when you're just running at the Mauga and you're not settling yourself, you're going to have some problems. So, anyway. All right. That's fine. Okay, now you cardiac overdrive. Reload and then cardiac overdrive. Okay, so next time, reload and then cardiac overdrive. And then you win that, right? It's very much like if you can get the Sigma to use Eat first, as Sigma, you have a bit more value going in, right? Same concept there. So, you know, make sure you have the ammo. Now, cardiac overdrive. Shoot at the Mauga. Just shoot at the Mauga. A little bit too late. So right now, the Mauga's winning against you in the cooldown battle. Right now, so far. Like the Mauga's doing everything right. You said that you are learning the hero as you go, so I will give you a pass now. But it's pretty simple. Mauga versus Mauga. So there you go. All right, here we go. All right, they went Domina, so that's kind of good for you. Although Domina, very surprised to hear this. When I was looking, Domina is actually #2 on tanks right now in Diamond, which is very surprising to me, but I also don't get to play Domina as much, so I also get it. All right, here we go. And to work. Have a good day. Cabbage, that is. See how smart I am? Here we go. Remember, cardiac overdrive self-heals. You can engage here. Yeah, So why are you popping your cardiac overdrive to back away and not do much? See what I'm saying? So let me kind of give you an idea. I'm gonna give you all a tip on cardiac overdrive. Do not use it to come back from 95 HP. Use it to go from 500 HP to sustain to full. Mauga is a much more engage-heavy hero now. This is not the Mauga of a few years ago where you just shoot the other tank the whole time. Mauga's kit is very aggressive. Like, charging in there is a huge part of the gameplay loop, and finding a way to get through that. Remember, if anybody doesn't know this, when you charge, you can't be CC'd. Okay? A caveat to that, the startup of your charge, you can be CC during. Once Mauga's moving though, like, you cannot be slept. None of that can happen. You can be purple by an Ana, but you can't be hindered, you can't be slept. You can just run through them right now. Go. Oh man. And I'm actually, if you went there, I might have gotten you killed on that one, but because your cardiac overdrive wasn't up. But if you have that situation with cardiac overdrive up, you're gonna clean that up. There you go. Yes. And then now cardiac overdrive. Now wait, just wait. Yes, there you go. Perfect. Right there. You didn't even do any damage to them, but you being aggressive has now been effective. Yep. Okay. Nope, don't. Mistake. You stopped your charge there. Next time, go for the Ana, stun the Ana down, get the kill on the Ana. Even if you get traded on, you probably win the team fight. Ink, thanks to the 13 months of the Primes. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for 13 months. So, yep.
Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm gonna catch you.
Here we go. There you go. Much better. See how easy that was? There you go. Much better. Yep. You know the cast is there. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This is a bit of a misplay by you. You do not need to chase this cast. This is a misplay by you. You need to think about denying space for your team. Because you left the doorways, look what happened. See what happened? You let them all out. You had a good opportunity to stuff them at the doors here and just win the game. Instead, you went all the way back here. Now, I'm not saying you won't win this overall team fight, but why give them that space? As a tank, it's about space creation. Yeah, could that Cassidy, stay alive in your spawn and kill you? Yeah, possibly. But, like, you can't chase that. Like, you need to just trust that it's going to be fine while you deny the space elsewhere. Instead, now you've given up space, right? Now, see this? Thankfully, your teammates kept you alive there. Either way, look what happens when you disengage out and survive. Still effective. So next time, don't give up the space. Don't chase the Cassidy. Also, you need to learn to stop your... One second. There you go. Got the dominant stuff done. You need to get used to denying space, not losing your space because a Cassidy goes and flanks your team. Like, it is really hard to make that work consistently, and it's something I want you to kind of think about going forward in this. All right? So, yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, the bucket boys with the eyes. Isn't that a great one? Okay, so you have Mauga ult. Mauga ult's really good. You can just isolate the Domino. Yeah, that's fine. Totally fine. Remember, don't be afraid just to get a free kill with your Mauga ult and then just go from there. I want a reminder for people. If you're playing Mauga and you ult, if you hit your ult button again, it will get rid of your ult. Why would you need this? One, you solo ult somebody and you don't need it anymore. Two, they diva ult, right? They diva ult. All right, and you need to get out of there. You hit your button again, charge out. So just a reminder, you can get out of your ultimate. You're not stuck in there once you pop it. You just hit your button again, your ult button again. That's it. Okay, that's very nice of the Jetpack Cat to deliver the Mauga to you. If anybody wants to know the interaction, if you charge a Mauga, you countercharge each other. Perfect. Shoot at the cat. All right, that's even better. I gotta watch something when you're aim. I wanna make sure you're not doing something. Good job. All right, now you're snowballing them a bit. This is good. All right, charge it in. Why do you go like? Okay, that's like the second time I've seen you do that. Why do you like go the opposite way of where they're at? Like they were clearly to your right and you went left. You want to hit them with your stun. It will stun them. You want to maneuver towards the player, not away from them. I've seen you do that a few times. Yeah, anyway, here we go. Yeah, overhealth is good to have too. Yep, okay. I gotta say, stop using your cardiac overdrive unless you know you can do the damage in front of them. Obviously, there's gonna be a note to that, like right there, you would want your cardiac overdrive. That's when you would pop it. But like, stop just using it like for 1v1 isolated plays where they can run away from you. Because that is such a big cooldown that if you use it correctly, you will feel unkillable. If you use it incorrectly, you will feel killable. This is fine for cardiac overdrive because you just farm it on the Mauga. Pop your ultimate once you get it. Pop your ultimate once you get it. Perfect. This means that anybody in that range will get killed. Good job. And you did say you picked up on it more. Right now, your charges need a lot of work, to be honest with you. You have not been effective with that, and your cooldown usage has also been off. So both of these things to keep note of. Right? You got to obviously, have some improvement in that area, in my opinion. So, yep. All right. That Jetpack Cat does a really good job of making sure their teammates die, so that's good. Remember, when you're playing the Jetpack Cat, you got to position your teammates in good spots. Cardiac Overdrive needs work. Again, Cardiac Overdrive, very good for survivability. Don't just use it for, like, a random, like, there. As I'm saying that, because you did it randomly, and then, yep, you got lucky there because your teammate had the wall. You want to use it as a keep the momentum, like right here, use it right now. Yes, there you go. Now you see your HP. Good. Now you can charge in there after the bubble if you would like. Charge down. Okay, I gotta stop about that. Start charging at them. I don't know why you keep going to the side of them. You will stun them on the ground. Okay. So I really want to see you do that more effectively. Now wait. And cardiac overdrive on the Zarya. Now go. Don't even care if it's a bubble, by the way. Just keep. There you go. Yep, easy. See how easy of a rotation that is? A bit of a note, if you have cardiac overdrive up and a Zarya bubbles right in front of you, it's okay to shoot the bubble there. I also want to point out it's even more so okay if the Zarya is lit up in front of you and you shoot the bubble there. Because they're already... Zarya's already charged at that point. Alright? Get the kills. Good ult. Great ult, by the way. Chad, this is a good ultimate? You're like, yeah, but only one's in the ultimate. That's a team fight win. That's all that matters. You don't need 5 people in your ultimate if it wins a team fight for you. Even more so in overtime when your spawns are longer. Okay? That right there is a team fight win already. This is a good start. Yep, exactly. Yep. See? Simple. Go up on high ground. Teammates are on cart. You don't need to worry about it. A little bit of a note. Okay, there you go. Yeah, don't give up the doorway again. Good job. Thank you. Notice how when you deny the space, the results are better? I didn't want you to chase that soldier. Wherever you're on, I forgot. There you go. See the difference? Much better. If you can get your cardiac overdrive timings down and understand how to hit your charge, you're going to have a great time. I can tell you that much. Perfect. Good job. I'm fine with the high ground. You're doing the wrong shot there. I've seen you do it a couple of times, and I don't know if it was just on accident. Just as a reminder, and I assume, chat might know the controls better than I do. The left machine gun will get them set on, like, the fire part of it, right? So if you look above on their Mauga, see that little, like, animation? That means that they are now on fire. The right weapon is then you hold the right weapon, and then that will be a guaranteed crit. Obviously, when you're close range, it's a little bit easier to kind of just use it in front of you. They did just nerf this a little bit, so it does feel a little bit worse at sniper range, but it's still good. I mean, 30 bullets, you can still get a lot there. So remember, the left click, or whatever it is on console, on the left weapon will light them on fire. The right one guarantees a crit. Now, keep in mind, when I say a guaranteed crit, you could shoot at his toenails, and that would be a headshot. That's how that interaction works. So just as a reminder, okay? Just remember that, okay? Is it L2 and R2? There you go. Pretty straightforward. I don't mind that charge, but again, notice how your charge is away from them. If you're accurate with that charge, you're stunning 2 of them on the ground there, and you're just winning that team fight even easier. This is a reminder, okay? I'm okay with this flank. This is fine. This is good. Yes, yes. See when you hit them there? That was perfect. Much better. Much better. There you go. I don't mind you chasing them right now, but you need to, like, ping them. Ping, 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 ping. There you go. A little bit late. That one had to happen, Chad. That's an outlier to what I was saying earlier. Now use your ult. Pop 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 your ult. I'll explain why in a second. Pop your ult. 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 A little bit too late. You just want to guarantee the kill and put a shield there. Yep. I knew that was going to happen. Okay. So let's talk about this. You want to pop your ultimate because, you ready for this? Because it's also a shield, which means everybody back here can't do anything. So what you do is you're keeping your teammates alive. It's like having a Rhine shield. And then you guarantee a free kill, and then you're also on the point not having this happen. Instead, because you waited so long, you lost one of your teammates. It took a while to kill the Mauga, and then you end up, like, getting off the cart. See the problem? That's why I kept saying, ult, because I knew that would be really effective if you did.
Stop the pain.
Position in a little bit. Man, this jetpack cat really wants to send that Mauga up there. Kind of a... Yeah, I wouldn't countercharge that next time. Because they were in a weird spot. Remember, no cardiac overdrive, so you want a line of sight. Your cardiac overdrive's late, so you're going to be behind. Yep. You want it, remember, sustain your HP above a certain percentage. Don't let it get too low and then try to cardiac overdrive up. Will it work sometimes? Of course. But, like, you want to sustain your HP. Otherwise, you're going to fall over. That's a lot of mistakes people make, is they try to wait to the last possible second to keep themselves alive, when in reality, it's more about the more you sustain your HP above, like, 75%, the better. Even, like, you know, if you want to get, like, real technical, like 60% or something like that, but even that could be a little bit risky with certain scenarios. So, anyway. Yep. Just slam in, off the cardiac overdrive. That's fine for now. That also helps. It does help your teammates, by the way, too. A little bit of a note of cardiac overdrive. I think it's like, what is it the damage reduction or like the? I think it's damage reduction that it helps with. All right, here we go. You can approach this either way. Like, just don't overfeed, and then. Notice how your HP is sustained right now during cardiac overdrive. Now you're going to end up losing it because the cardiac overdrive was second, but at a much more sustained one. That's why you're falling over, just so you know. Still got out, which was good, but obviously, yeah, ready, and cardiac overdrive, cardiac overdrive. You gotta go at the Mauga. Yeah, they just did a good ult. That's a weird spot. You made some good plays. You also are just misunderstanding how to utilize your cardiac overdrive. And that's like basically the main part of your kit. Outside of, you know, obviously it's not the main part of your kit, but it's your survivability aspect of it. To give you an idea, if you're playing Roadhog, because you play Hog, you don't want to wait till you're at 2% HP to start using your heal, right? Nor do you want to just use your heal like randomly when you're at full HP. You got to find a good in-between. Yep, you're good. You got this. Just shoot them out. Yep. A little bit of a... I don't know what just happened there. I feel like something hecked up with your aim there, but either way, it worked out. Okay. Yep. Good slam. That will also give you damage reduction. You're good. There you go. That was a bit scuffed. Did he emo? Yeah, probably on accident. That was a bit scuffed, but it worked out. Okay, it was scuffed, but it worked for now. You know, so we'll see. All right. I mean, oh, what the heck? I imagine that was lag. I mean, this is a normal Mauga matchup. There you go. Awesome. That's my favorite interaction right there. That's old school Mauga battles. Notice how you're just sitting there sniping and they're just engaging around the map? This is a bit of a misplay again. Okay, I mean, honestly, at this point, why not? I mean, you're already in a weird spot. You got a kill on their Ana, so that's, you know, I guess a good way to piss off their Ana, you know? Yeah, I mean, generally, like, keep in mind when you say whoever hits the cardiac overdrive last wins, which is true. I just want to make sure that there's a threshold of that. Like, if you pop your cardiac overdrive at 30% and their Mauga's at 100%, you're probably going to get grinded down during that. Unless, of course, the other team isn't shooting at you. So you want to find a really good balance of a threshold, which, again, anywhere between, like, that 60% mark is probably fine. Just don't let it get too low. Okay, go in and ult. Yep, overtime. Slam in, pop your ult. Easy. Even if they win this, you're going to get all their ults out anyway. Mauga's your only target here for a second because you need to just survive. And you end up winning the team fight anyway. So a good job. You definitely need a lot of work on like your charges. You miss so many of your charges. Remember, you want to hit them directly to get more value. Hit them directly to get more value. Cardiac overdrive. Don't use it at 10%. And when you have cardiac overdrive, that's where you farm the tank. Ultimates more aggressively. On Roadhog, slow it down a bit. You were playing too fast. And because you played too fast, you never had a chance to get a kill. You do that, you're going to be fine. But remember, Mauga, cardiac overdrive, before you get to like 10% HP, charge to engage in. You will not be CC'd. Hit your stuns with those charges. It won't happen all the time, but do your best. You do that, you're in a good spot. And remember, the left click, the right click, or I guess, you know, left trigger, right trigger, light them on fire, then get your guaranteed crits. When they're close range, hit both buttons. You do that, you'll have a good time, and then you'll climb. You got this. You absolutely got this. If you like the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't, leave a comment. All that helps. If you want to submit your own Spectating, my Discord is where to do that. If you want to watch more of these Spectators to learn more about the game, click the little box down over here. It's going to be a good one. With that being said, hope you all have an amazing day/night.